this is quite possibly the worst season I've ever seen from Red Bull. I mean, yes, you're Red Bull with Max Verstappen. He got podium, finished second in Australia, finished fourth here in China, but it's Liam Lawson. I know that it is difficult to be a teammate to Max Verstappen. We've seen it with Gasly. We've seen it with Albon. We've seen it with Perez. It's difficult, but I don't think I've ever seen a driver be this far off. And the thing is, this should have been expected. With Liam, there was so little experience with Liam to give him a Red Bull C. He hadn't even completed a full F1 season up to that point. And while yes, he was on par with Yuki, he still had not been given a full season yet. So to put him automatically in a Red Bull seat with Max Verstappen, you are asking for trouble. Let's be honest, he finished 12th just because other drivers had issues. Yuki Tsunoda's, his front wing was just completely gone and eviscerated. Gabriel Bortoleto, he spun out. And of course the 3 DQs with Leclerc, Hamilton, and Gasly, and Fernando Alonso. And his brakes decided to say, F it, I'm done with you now after 4 laps. So that's the reason why he finished as high as 12th. And now with rumors speculating that there may be a full driver swap heading into Japan between Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson. But now the question is Red Bull setting up Yuki for failure? Because now this is where it gets tricky, because what if Yuki does the same thing as Liam? I don't think he will, but what if? You have to play hypothetical here. What if he does? What does Red Bull do next? What do you do? Because clearly, despite what many people are saying, the car looks to be built around Max. But even now, Max is struggling to have a handle on it, which is something that Perez said in 2023, that this car had major issues and Red Bull didn't listen to them. So now if Yuki comes to Red Bull, let's say for Japan in his home race, and he struggles, what does Red Bull do now? Is the V-Carb car overall better or more stable than the Red Bull car? I mean, even Max himself said maybe Liam would probably do better in a V-Carb car, because overall V-Carb, it looks to be much more stable. It just looks easier to have a handle over than the Red Bull is. The Red Bull is kind of like all over the place. It's like bipolar. It's just 1 second it does this, the other second it does that. They can't get a grasp on things. Well, with the V-Carb car, you can handle more. You know, it's easier to control. I mean, the results didn't show it, but Isaac Hadjar finished 11th and Tsunoda finished 16th in the Chinese Grand Prix. They both qualified extremely well in the top 10, and they were both not far off from Max's lap time in Chinese Grand Prix qualifying. So now it's going to be very interesting to see where does Red Bull go from here.